Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us here on Sports 10. I'm Blythe Whaley alongside Matt Dean, and we have a thrilling fall finale in store for you. Matt, we're going to kick things off in the diving well. We're going to look at diving. We're going to see those results from that section meet. And then, Matt, you're taking over for some time.
That's right. We'll have football highlights with one of our area teams playing in the state tournament last week. And then, as you said, we're going to put a capper in the fall season. We've got 6 student athletes wrapping up with all 3 of our football teams. A couple of great seasons. We'll have 2 of our girls' soccer teams represented with some interviews to end the show. Should be a great show.
Oh, yeah. Fall finale always is my favorite part, having our wonderful athletes here with us. But we're going to kick things off to start to talk about our swimming, like I mentioned. But we want to congratulate so many ladies for making it to state in the swimming. When we kick things off, looking at our first team of our 3 North Metro teams, it's Blaine. And they got first overall in the section tournament for 7AA, state qualifying in the 200-yard medley relay. Bush Edwards, Forrest, and Hernandez. Gabby Bush also going in the 100 back, Sydney Edwards in the 100 breaststroke. The Panthers getting 4th overall in the section meet, but Roseboro getting 3rd in her race, but she also got the state 200-yard IM qualifying time, 2:10:42. She'll be there in the 100 back. And last, quickly, Centennial Lydia Hujkovic, 200-yard IM. She won it, and she will be heading to state as well as Sophia Nigan. Now here we go into the diving portion, getting to see the performances. Up first, Kate Waffle. We've seen her set so many records here on North Metro TV. She now has a new 11 dive record, scoring 472.20 to secure her spot in state this week. Blaine Katie Thel took 8th with a score of 279.05. And Centennial's Cordelia Schultz rounded out the top 10 in 272.75. That was in section 2A. Now headed to section 5AA, again to talk about Ellis Rotzenberger from Spring Lake Park, placing 4th with a score of 356.
So I've set another 6 dive record. So that was set at one of our away meets. So that was my 290.30. So not at our home pool, but at an away pool. And then obviously today was a new PR, a new record for Centennial, my 472.2. So got some new records up there. So hopefully some younger girls coming in can try and reach those. So this is going to be my 3rd time going to state. Honestly, I love all the competition at state. It's mainly club girls and girls I never get to see who are in our conference and who are in our section. I get a little bit nervous for state because it's just a such bigger venue. There's more people there. There's really good competition, but we've been working really good this year on keeping cool, calm, confident, and just working on I know what I can do and taking it one dive at a time. So honestly, going to state senior year, I'm gonna have fun, gonna laugh it up, joke it with my friends, and just gonna have a good time there.
Our last set of highlights was Thursday night in the state football quarterfinals, played at Osseo High School, one of the 1 seeds, Minnetonka, playing as the home team against a 3 seed in Blaine. The Bengals with their first trip to state since 2018. The bruising back, Chase Conrad, coming off back-to-back 123-yard rushing games. His 4th carry of the night, a 28-yard tote to get it into the red zone for the Skippers. And Conrad would punch it in from 1 yard away. The senior's 11th rushing touchdown of the season made it 7-0 Tonka at the end of the first quarter. After limiting Blaine to just a couple of first downs on their first 2 drives, the Skippers get back to it. Junior Caleb Francois sells the fake and gets in from a 14-0 lead on that touchdown, 18th of the year for Francois. Sam Shaughnessy knocked out of the game midway through the second quarter, so his backup senior Seth Burnett is in. Throws a 2nd interception of the night, and senior corner Sterling Bain takes it away. The Skippers would turn it into points. Wide receiver Vinnie May on the reversal goes 5 yards for the touchdown. It was 28-0 at the half. Bengals with a 3-and-out following the break, and then Chase Conrad to the end zone for a second time capped the Skippers' first drive of the second half, made it 28-0. Bengals, they went 3-and-out following that score. Schloman on to punt. It's a big return for number 7, the sophomore Kieran Vogel, but you might have saw a flag in the backfield right at the beginning of that run. It would be wiped away for a block in the back. Would have been the second game in a row with a punt return for a touchdown for Vogel. Alex Schneider, number 28, doesn't get away with the infraction and the push in the back. Wipes away a big return. Then Burnett starts to find his mojo a bit. He connects with Camden Lighthizer wide open for a 26-yard catch to get the chains moving for the Bengals here in the second half. Lighthizer stepping up late in the second half of the season, and that continues. But Burnett hit as he throws here. His third interception. It goes to Sterling Bain, his second of the game. Nobody cared who I was till I put a mask on, and it caps a 28-0 win at State.
The semifinals with this performance tonight, another shutout.
We're super confident. We're better than we ever have been. We're a lot better now than we were at the end of the season, and it's just, we're excited. We're really excited.
Yeah, running game tonight, really strong. You go for, I think, over 150 in the game. That's kind of been the identity of this team. What have you guys done well, performing so dominantly on the ground, even as the competition gets tougher at State?
We got a really good O-line. They just clear holes. My quarterback, Caleb Francois, he draws players away. It's just lanes open up, and I hit them. That's works out.
What did you like about the energy of that side of the football tonight?
Yeah, we kind of just came out here like we were going to win. We had the confidence, but we still, we're still humble enough to realize that we still got to read the keys and do all the little things right in order to get a big win like this and shut them out.
All right, welcome back here into Sports Den. We're excited to be joined by a couple of representatives of the Blaine Bengals who just finished off that great run into the state tournament. Carter Mackey, senior linebacker on the Bengals, and the quarterback Sam Shaughnessy. Carter, let's start with you. I spoke with both of you guys, I think, in the preseason in early practice. One of the big focuses was a new defensive coordinator, a new scheme. I don't know that the Bengals are necessarily a team a lot of people had going to state this year. Your guys' improvement on defense was a big part of that. Why were you guys so confident when, what do we know, but we maybe didn't see it for the Bengals heading into the year?
Well, a lot of it was, credit to our defensive coordinator, Matt Smoody. He did an excellent job getting us prepared each game with our game plan and overall just our practice plan, getting us, prepared to go into a fight on Friday night. And I think a lot of it can be contributed towards our team chemistry. I feel like we bonded very well as a group. We're very tight-knit, and if you mess with one of us, you mess with all of us. So it was very nice to see that. And we just had great team chemistry, so I think that helps play a major role in that victory.
Yeah, I love that. It ends up being a 7-4 season. You guys were 10th in the rankings at the end of the regular season, and first trip to state in 6 years. Sam, I know you were confident in the offense clicking coming into the year. You were back. You had a returning offensive lineman starter. We didn't know a whole lot else about the team on that offensive side of the ball. What made you so confident it was going to click and click right away heading into the year?
Obviously having that prior experience last year, kind of having that was a big deal for sure as far as being able to know we had explosive plays. We had the blocking as far as wide receiver blocking and offensive line. The blocking was through the roof this entire year. And we had explosive guys make big-time plays for us, so we came in really confident in the year. We know Coach Law always has a high-powered offense, so we were really excited to get it going this year, and we had a ton of confidence because we had the guys to do it this year.
Yeah, absolutely. Coach Law, he was the OC the last time that the Bengals had made it to state. Another thing, I guess, that surprised me, Carter, about this year, 3 Metro North teams made it to the state tournament. People always talk about the South and the West Division. Anoka is going to be playing still this weekend. How did that, maybe tougher than expected schedule? You guys played some really good teams in the regular season. How did that prepare you for getting to state?
Well, like you said, nobody really saw it coming, but the North, you can't really take the North lightly. We got a lot of great kids, a lot of great teams, a lot of great coaching. So it all plays a factor in, our schedule. And I think we had a great schedule. I think a lot of tough teams to represent, how tough the North could be. And I think it kind of helped prepare us towards playoffs as, we had played those said teams that were in state. And it was really awesome to see, some representation going into state. We were making up almost half of the state teams.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, your guys' 2 regular season losses basically against 2 teams that are still going to be playing this weekend, the other one being Maple Grove. What did you guys learn in those losses, Sam? To Anoka, to Maple Grove. You guys, they were both 2-possession games at worst. It felt like you guys hung around with some teams that were going to be playing deep into October and November.
Sure, and yeah, we knew we were going to play a tough schedule. We went into the year, obviously we saw those teams ahead, and we knew that we were going to have a tough test. But also in those games, we were in those games. We were playing those games, so we knew we were going to be able to make a state run because of those teams. And like Carter said, being able to have that preparation towards the playoffs, playing those teams, it did nothing but help us in our team. Looking
back on great experiences from the year, I have to imagine it's at least number one on the list, if not 1, 2, and 3 was getting to beat Centennial in your senior year, Carter. You guys had a 4-game losing skid, so not just when you were on the varsity team, but the whole time you've been in high school, hadn't seen a win against your guys' rivals. What was that like?
Yeah, I know a lot of Centennial guys, so it was especially a sweet victory because we are border rivals, and it's always, when it's Blaine Centennial, it's always a shootout, and it's always a huge game. There's, we had, 5,000-6,000 people there this year. It was just insane numbers. A lot of people coming out to support, and to get that win after our drought was just fantastic. Way to start our senior season off. So that was unbelievable, and it was a great feeling for everyone.
Yeah. Sam, I want to ask you too about some positive things too in the year, but this part that looms large, you getting knocked out of the last game of the year. I think it was a really good matchup on paper. We didn't maybe get to see it at full strength with you at quarterback. What was that like? When did you realize you weren't going to be able to continue on in that game? And then what did you try to do, staying on the sideline, keeping the team in it as much as you can? Sure, and I think I had a blessed season just inside of myself because I was able to stay healthy for as long as I did. So I think I'm really blessed in that way. But inside in that game, it was that third down play. I scrambled out and rolled to the right and kind of landed on my shoulder funky. And so I was trying to play it off. And on that fourth down play, when I threw the ball, I kind of knew that my shoulder was out. So I had to take it off. But I thought it was a fantastic season. I was just glad to play as many games as we could with our special team. So I was really blessed for that. Without a doubt. State tournament run. The Bengals were there playing deep into November. I want to thank our guests Carter Mackey and Sam Shaughnessy for helping us recap the season with the Bengals. Stick around. We got more football to come on the other side of this break. Teddy Wackman from Spring Lake Park, Ben Clausen from Centennial. A couple of linebackers to help us recap the seasons for the Panthers and the Cougars next right here on SportsCenter.
Good evening. We will call the City Council meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance.
The time is 6:30 p.m. I'm calling to order the City of Centerville Council meeting.
Welcome everybody. Welcome to the City of Circle Pines, Minnesota, regular City Council meeting.
Take your City Council anywhere.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Ham Lake City Council meeting.
Okay, we'll call this meeting to order. Roll call, Bill.
Lake Park City Council meeting is now called to order.
Subscribe to Your City Podcast on your favorite podcast platform.
North Metro TV, your source for great local programming, is now available on Apple TV and Roku devices. Our free app allows you to stream all of our channels live. You'll also have access to an on-demand library, including weekly newscasts, sporting events, and city meetings. To find us, go to the App Store and search North Metro TV. Then sit back and enjoy all of your favorite local content. North Metro TV, now available on Apple TV and Roku.
Lino Lakes is the gateway to the metro area, just minutes north of Minneapolis and St. Paul. Conveniently located on I-35W, this growing city still maintains its North Country feel. Lino Lakes is a safe, fun, and affordable community that values its award-winning schools. Outdoor lovers will discover miles of hiking, biking, and water trails. Growing businesses will find premier development opportunities with great freeway visibility and ready to help your businesses grow. Come to live, work, and play in Lino Lakes.
The past comes alive at North Metro TV, where we can help you transfer your old videotapes, films, cassette tapes, record albums, and even photographs and slides to DVD and digital so you can enjoy them again. North Metro TV, bringing the past to life.
Back on Sports Den here as we're recapping the fall sports season for all of our area schools. We talked with the Blaine Bengals after they just played in the state tournament last week. A couple of linebackers here to help us recap the season that was for Centennial and Spring Lake Park. Happy to be joined in studio by Ben Clausen and Teddy Wackman. Ben, we'll start with the Cougars, 4-5 season. Really interesting year for Centennial, coming off the state title, of course, the year prior. You were a returning senior from that state championship team. How did you find your way as a leader on this team, as one of the just handful of returning players? You guys had 16 senior starters at state last year.
Yeah, I mean, we were a young team this year. We didn't have a lot of returners, so being one of the returners, just tried to get the young guys ready at practice and during the games. You know, it was hard. I think not all of them stepped into their role like we wanted them to, but I know next year they're going to be a pretty good team. A lot of returners coming back for them.
Absolutely. In the meantime, the Panthers 4-6. You guys were a win shy of state, Teddy, this year. I think it was a little different story over in Spring Lake Park. You guys, I think, came in with an expectation to be a good team right away with all the sophomores and freshmen that you had play such significant roles last year.
Mm-hmm.
What was that like, being a senior on this kind of young guns team?
So with our senior class, there was only like 8 of us, so we were expecting the juniors to step up for us, and I think they did. Like Lamari, Cade Skelly, all those kind of guys, they stepped in their roles, and they really stepped up for us in moments that we needed, and they're going to be a really good team with all the amount of guys they have coming back. So.
Absolutely, I agree. Going back to Centennial a bit, Ben, I think one of the keys to the season, you guys seemed like you really flipped the page on back-to-back losses against some good teams in weeks 2 and 3. You went to Blaine, you hosted Maple Grove. They might be state champions at the end of this week or in a couple weeks. How'd you guys move forward from that? Because we did the Maple Grove game. I was there. You guys looked really good against maybe the best team in the state. How did you use that to roll that into a couple wins?
Yeah, I mean, even every game we lost, we were in. It seemed like Noka, which was I think week 7, we were in. Every game we were in, sometimes that's how football works. I mean, you don't get the win, but we kept moving forward. We thought we could make a run for it, and we were close in that first playoff game too, but we couldn't make it, so.
I think both your guys' schools have like very clear identities of like the football team. So tell me about like what Cougar football is. It's not always the most exciting, but you guys hung in every game against just about every opponent you faced in the big schedule.
Just being physical on the offense and defense. I mean, we have shirts that say pride and physicality, so that's really what we pride ourselves in.
Yeah, I mean, Teddy, you already told me the Panthers, I think, are going to be a fun watch next year. You guys play with your own distinct style, running a lot of the same plays going back the last 20 years, but there's like some nice wrinkles to this with some of the weapons you guys have, and Lamari Brown's at the top of the list.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what they can do next year. I think they got a few spots to fill still in the linebacker position, and obviously some of the O-line guys, but I'm really excited to see what they do, and I think they can make a long run in playoffs next year. So.
Yeah. All right, last thing for each of you guys. Favorite memory? I mean, Ben, I know it's going to be something from the state tournament. What was something that stood out from that awesome run for Centennial last year?
I mean, probably just winning it all, right? I mean, that's like a little kid's dream. I mean, it feels like the Super Bowl when you're out there, and that was probably just my favorite memory, just playing.
Phenomenal. Teddy, you got to play with a lot of your friends, same kids growing up from like 4th grade on. What's something that stands out from your SLP career?
My favorite part of the career probably was we hadn't beat Rogers my sophomore year, my junior year, my senior year in the regular season, but we found a way to come and beat them in the playoffs, so that was super exciting to make it to the section final.
All right, we got more guests still in store. We're going to wrap the girls' soccer seasons when we come back next on Sports Den. Thanks, guys.
North Metro Television.
North Metro TV is the public access television production studio that serves the northern suburbs of Blaine, Centerville, Circle Pines, Ham Lake, Lexington, Lino Lakes, and Spring Lake Park. In addition to teaching the general public how to produce their own programs, NMTV has a production staff dedicated to covering local news and sports, special events, elections, city meetings, and many more items of interest to the northern suburbs.
You are watching North Metro TV.
We in Spring Lake Park believe in building a strong and safe community. Our city moves onward and upward while holding on to our traditions and roots. We maintain a small town feel even though we are nestled next to the big city. We believe in being good neighbors and building community with safe neighborhoods. And we believe in citizenry and promote being active both physically and socially. We in Spring Lake Park love to play and believe in having an abundance of parks, playgrounds, and green space so that everyone can take a moment to enjoy the natural beauty that surrounds us. We believe in educating our children well, so we use the most advanced tools of learning to ensure continued success and bright futures. We promote athletics to keep our children fit and healthy and build a sense of teamwork. We in Spring Lake Park believe in providing a good, stable home for industry and small business to thrive. We have a large variety of successful businesses that have found continued success and benefit from excellent visibility off Highway 65. And a large customer base, as we are located only 15 minutes outside of downtown Minneapolis. Come visit us in Spring Lake Park, and you will see why we believe our city is one of a kind.
An apple core, or potato peels, that leftover pizza you promised you'd eat.
Ew.
Those dirty napkins and paper towels.
Stop treating us like garbage.
Did you know up to 30% of what you're throwing away could be composted? Composting gives your discards new life, which can be used to improve soil. To learn more about the new organics drop-off programs available throughout the county and get your free starter kit, go to anokacounty.us/organics.
Welcome back here on Sports Den, getting to talk with a couple ladies that had a great, tremendous career here on North Metro TV. Starting off next to me here is Nora Helvig, alongside her, Brianna Finnegan. Nora, we're going to start with you and just want to know about your impressive season and what it took to be able to lead your team in assists. You did such a great job with that this season. What was your preparation in the off-season to be able to accomplish that?
Yeah, so I play club soccer, so I'm always training like all year round. So into the season, we lost a lot of great seniors that were like our main goal scorers, main assisters. So we had to, so Izzy, she got hurt, and so we were always passing to her, but we had to step up and have some new people score. So
I know, sometimes that's exactly what happens. If somebody goes out, how does everyone rally to make those changes? And you, like I said, did a tremendous job with that this season. Brianna Finnegan, welcoming you in, and want to talk about, of course, last season you were out with your ACL, and now getting to play your senior season and have the impact you did. 22 goals on the season is incredible. What was your thoughts being able to come back and just really make your stamp on this season?
I think since it was my senior season, I think I just wanted to have fun and kind of gain confidence back going into my club season. So being able to like have that extra practice and skill, and
yeah. And Nora, of course, this season you have a new head coach. What did that change in the team dynamic, and what maybe you're going to take on as you think about other transitions that you have to deal with in life? How did this maybe set you up for success dealing with this?
yeah, so we lost both our head and assistant coach, which was really tough because they were great coaches. But Manny was a really great coach, and it was really easy to transition with him. And you know, life's all about changing, so it was super easy because he was such a great coach.
Yeah, and both of you are going to be having some big changes coming around the corner. It always comes up really fast. But Brianna, you're going to be playing college soccer at D1 here at South Dakota State. What are you most anticipating that experience is going to be like in the transition between high school to college?
I think it's definitely going to be difficult, and I'm going to have to obviously work really hard to get some playing time. It's not going to be as easy as club and high school, but they're doing really well in their season so far, so I'm excited to go to a winning program and be able to have that experience.
Yeah, and you're going to be relatively close to home. Family, I'm sure, going to be able to be up there and see you perform. So I'm excited for you. And Nora, you're also continuing your soccer career, which is really exciting. Going to be playing at UMD. What does it mean to you to still be able to keep the sport around your life?
Yeah, so I've been playing soccer since I was 4 years old, and just like last year, I decided I wanted to play in college. So I'm really excited to keep going for 4 more years.
Yeah. And this season and throughout your entire high school season, both of you ladies, I'm sure, have learned a lot about yourself through sports. What would you say, Brianna, is something that you're going to take away from your experience, specifically maybe high school soccer?
Definitely friendships. I think we all had really good bonds together, so just being able to like have those friends for a long time.
Yeah. And Nora, would you echo a similar storyline, or is there something else that maybe you're going to be taking away from high school soccer?
Yeah, I'd say friendships too. I've been playing with a lot of the girls since I was little, so it was great to have one more season with them.
Yeah. What do you think was one of the most challenging things that soccer has put in front of you and presented you with, starting with you, Brianna?
Probably just like confidence, I would say, to like play harder teams, do 1v1s, and like just confidence in my ability.
Yeah, and Nora, of course, I'm sure there's been some challenges too for you. Is there anything that stands out that you're glad you overcome?
Just like when you go down, just keeping your head up and keeping the team going.
Well, both of you ladies getting to play on the next level. I am so pumped for your careers here after high school and glad to have been able to watch your high school career as well. But everyone, we will be back in studio with Matt Dean to be able to wrap up our fall finale with a bow.
Come to Ham Lake and see how good life can be. Conveniently located only 20 miles north of the Twin Cities on Highway 65, yet Ham Lake has kept its rural charm. Residents of Ham Lake enjoy 1-acre minimum lots, giving you space to live with abundant natural green spaces and recreational activities like boating, fishing, golf, disc golf, camping and playgrounds, and tons of seasonal fun all year round. Ham Lake is home to one of the top school districts with consistent high scores in standardized testing and community ratings. Ham Lake is a business-friendly city and willing to work with businesses and developers of all sizes. Whether you are just starting out or looking to grow, Ham Lake has the business opportunities you've been waiting for. Life in Ham Lake moves a little slower, and that's the way we like it. Ham Lake offers space to live, to grow, and space to relax. Come visit Ham Lake and see for yourself what you are missing. Ham Lake is convenient country living.
Alongside Blythe Whaley, I'm Matt Dean, back with you here. Our fall finale here on Sports Den. And Blythe got about a minute here. Just talk about a moment that stands out, favorite memory of the fall sports season covering here at North Metro.
Man, it's always hard to pick just one. So I would probably just have to say the entire season for the Spring Lake Park Panther ladies, being able to go undefeated for so long, their program getting to have a ton of success, and that was probably mine.
Yeah, my standout for me in the fall is always, I mean, the great volleyball talent we get to see in the state of Minnesota, I think is underrated. So getting to watch Elena Hakey develop at Centennial, really fun. I think she's got a chance to be Miss Volleyball next year as a senior. So covering her the last 3 years and then her growth this year, I think was a really fun storyline to watch. And she'll have a chance to win that big award next season. Want to thank all of our guests from joining us here from Blaine, Centennial, Spring Lake Park, putting a capper in the football and the soccer seasons. We'll talk to you again in December. That is our next Sports Den when we're going to get into the weeds of the winter sports season. Thanks to Ted LaRue and our great crew here at North Metro TV. Matt and Blythe signing out here in the fall finale of Sports Den.